Did you ever cross paths with Michael Jackson along the way?
I met Michael Jackson one time at the Forum in Los Angeles, California. I forgot what concert it was. He was standing right next to me, and he was smaller than what I thought. I thought he might have been a little taller, but Michael Jackson's like about 5'10", 5'11". He wasn't really a tall guy.
Let's look it up. How tall is Michael Jackson? 5'9".
Yep, that's about right.
He,
Yeah.
he probably had on some platform shoes.
Yeah, because I was shocked that he was that short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really was. It just, I guess on the news and everything, for some reason, he just looked extremely tall.
Well, he's slender, so I guess when you're slender, it makes you look kind
right. Yeah, like,
taller
I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Well, they're doing a Michael Jackson documentary called Surviving Neverland Ranch, which two of the alleged victims,
right? Wow,
are coming forward years later, like 40 years later. You know, documentaries are a motherfucker these days.
Let me tell you something, man. From pussy to child molestation, what I see in this world is that motherfuckers really lack discipline. See, because you, me, my man behind the camera, the world, we all have whatever we have, right? But you gotta have discipline. And the more I see men going down for sexual harassment because they trying to fight a girl to get some pussy, to try to take it from her. And what I tell people, I come from an era where we was called seduce a woman. I don't know if they use that word anymore. You seduce a bitch, whereas your presentation was so fly and the way you presented yourself was so on a whole nother level. Your presentation was amazing. And no matter what she was thinking that night, and she said, I'm going back home at 9 o'clock, you were so smooth that by the time you took her to dinner, by the time you got in her ear, the atmosphere and everything, and you hit a bitch with, what time you got to go to work tomorrow? And she come back, well, I could take a half a day. That's how you do it.
Let me ask you a question, because I just had Too Short.
Yeah. My man for life.
My man from the Bay Area. We were talking about tricking.
Yes.
Right? And he said that
I've had guys tell me, like, we hanging out. We like real players. We ballers. And I had dudes say, man, I don't feel like all that talking you doing, making her laugh and smile, and she like you. Like, I don't want her to like me. I don't want to fucking make her laugh and smile. How much? Like, cut the fucking chase. So it take you an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It take me 3 minutes, and the deal's done, sucking my dick.
We come from that era. See, it's an age thing. It's an era. We moved a certain way, the way we came up. Now, we still pay. Every man still pays, right? But we pay indirectly. Bitch, you ain't never getting this money in your hand. But I'll take you to dinner. I'll take you shopping. And back in the day, you'll pay for a bitch to get a babysitter. You'll pay for a cab. You'll do all those things, but never, unless you're a trick, putting $500, $700, $10,000 on the table to fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. That's just lazy. And men who do that, no disrespect, you lack vocabulary. You lack swag to pull a bitch. Now, don't get me wrong. If I bring my player days out, the goal is to get a bitch to give you money. I mean, if you want to go street, I've just changed my way of thinking as I've gotten older in life. But the goal in life is sling good dick, be a nice gentleman, and after you fuck her, you say, can I get 10,000? And if you fucking good, bitch, she got it, bam.
Well, I mean, he said, and he understood the whole concept of paying money, because he said,
I feel like at the same time, if you buy pussy, if you negotiate with her and say, how much do I have to give you for pussy? That's blatant tricking.
Right.
I feel like if you're like going on dinner dates, if you're taking trips, if I'm buying a plane ticket, flying you out, whatever, I'm not buying the pussy. You don't have to fuck me. You feel me? We doing this shit. This is what I'm doing. But I'm not expecting anything like a plate of food at an expensive restaurant is a blowjob trade-off. And we're not doing like that.
Right, but I'm gonna take you to another level, right? My whole life I've been single. And yes, I used to pay to fly women out, right? But I learned something. When you start fucking with boss bitches, I'm talking about women who out here really getting it. You know what they say? I'll pay for my own flight and still fuck you. And I left them women years ago who I had to pay for their tickets because I realized I was in the wrong lane. I was fucking with bitches who were liabilities, not an asset. And that's what men got to start doing. You have to explore your competition. When you're sitting there talking to a woman, you got to say to yourself, is she a liability or an asset? And flip the coin, because women who are going to hate going to say, well, what about men? And you too, ladies, when you sit down and talk to a man, you got to understand, is he a liability or an asset? You got women out here and men out here fucking each other and both you broke. Like, what the fuck, yo? You letting a man that ain't got no money nutting you, and both y'all on a air mattress on the floor. Is you out your motherfucking mind?
Well, I mean, shit. The richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos,
Yes.
just got caught up with a side chick.
Yes.
With no prenup.
And no prenup. Now,
no prenup.
If I'm not mistaken, him and his wife had been separated though for a while.
Not sure about that.
That is true though. That I did read that they had been broken up for a while.
At this point, the whole mistress thing is in the open, and they actually just announced today that because the National Enquirer had like
some pictures,
text messages and pictures and stuff like that. They just found out that it was his side chick's brother who got those pictures and sold them to the Enquirer.
Ain't that a bitch?
The richest man in the world, man.
Damn.
It just shows how sex is the downfall of every man.
Because when you got that kind of paper, or even you got $1,000, gentlemen, let me make sure it's clear. My aunt always told me, my Aunt Ruth always said, CYA, cover your ass. And you got to cover your ass, especially like, even if he had the side chick, he wasn't supposed to put it in the open. Like, we're going to go to the opera, bitch, we're going to the opera, but you're going to sit in the front row, I'm going to sit in the back and enjoy yourself, and we meet at the Ritz-Carlton around the corner. You go in one door, I'll go on the door, because I got too much money to lose. And that's what I'm saying about men. You can't allow pussy to destroy your empire, like Les Munez from CVS, who his situation where he got a $120 million package, and because he had women on the payroll that would come in and suck his dick on the payroll, they won't give him his $120 million. Damn. Over some ass.
I mean, yeah. I mean, shit. Look at Harvey Weinstein's. The Weinstein Company's bankrupt. I mean, like, look at how many incredible films they put out.
Man,
like, God damn. Like, it happens. It's been happening throughout history. You know what's interesting?
And Harvey Weinstein should have been the coldest player of them all. Like, he ain't have to fuck everybody or be disrespectful. He could just take a girl out to dinner on some real smooth shit and say, look, you want to win an Oscar this year? Can I take you to Italy? Can I take you around? Like, you got to be smooth about it because he's not the most handsomest guy in the world. So that's when your presentation, your swag got to be more. And if a woman says yes, you cool. If she says no, back the fuck up, because there's 7 billion people on Earth. You mean you couldn't fuck the next person coming up? That's all I'm saying.